All right, here we go, y'all. Just got caught up doing some stuff here. Went on and ate dinner and everything, so I said, let me jump on here. Uh-oh. Look at all this noise, people talking in the chat already. What are y'all talking about, man? Look at this. Look at all this noise, people already talking up in here. What's going on? Oh, Sing just got in. What's up, man? I'm talking. Look at this thing. Look at all this. All right, Marcus Bell. What's up, man? Marcus Bell. I ain't even on here. I ain't even on here yet, but people already talking. Look at that. Look at that. Anyways, man, let's get it. Let's get it on, man. Yeah, I wanted to jump on a little later today. I wanted to go ahead and eat and take care of some things and do this fight night pick. And some of these fights, they're really hard to pick. I'm just kind of going back and talking about them because we got another card with 4 women's fights, so that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna talk about it. And if you want to pick, hey, just go ahead and pick. I'll go ahead and give you some of my picks on these, man. I'm looking for 2 of these fights. Like I'm really looking. Y'all know what fights I'm looking forward to. I'm definitely looking forward to the tough fight between Brogan and Juju. Yeah. Hit that like button. Yeah, Kareem, what's up? All right. So let's see here. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the Juju Brogan fight and Lipski Cachoeira. Because once again, I'm gonna say it. If somebody doesn't get knocked out, I'm gonna be mad. Well, if their chins hold up, I can't help that. But I want to see bombs landed. Somebody better get knocked out in this fight. It's definitely the one I'm looking forward to. I'm glad they put it on the main card. He said, "You chilling?" Yep, same here. Just got done eating. I'm a little tired now, and it's hot. It's hot out this way. Got the air blowing, still hot, man. Damn. But yeah, it's looking like a decent card for the women. I think these fights can turn out to be pretty good. Brian Williams, what's up? Thiago, I'm looking for that main event, man. Santos and Hill. That should be a good fight. Uh, Let me see who we gonna get. Let me pull this card up here so we can kind of go through it. Muhammad Usman, Zach Pavla's on here. Yeah, Lipski, Cachoeira, they're on the main card. Let me pull up the preliminary card. Yeah, let's go ahead and work our way up. That's how we're gonna do our picks. Ernest, said, what you eating on? Just grill something. Yeah. Oh, close this out. All right, let's work our way up here, man. Let's start with the first fight. We got 4 fights this weekend for WMMA fans. First fight, we got some bantamweight fight between MBS, Myra Buena Silva, Stephanie Edgar. While I'm talking about this, what do y'all think? What do y'all think of Myra Buena Silva at 135 so far? I mean, we only seen one fight, but what do y'all think of her so far? Do you think she has a good chance? So let's see, Myra Buena Silva, last fight out. Let's see who she fought. Wu Yanan, right? She fought Wu Yanan. Won a close fight. Some people thought Wu Yanan did enough to win. I'd say her power carried up okay, but it was really hard to tell because she really couldn't land anything solid. That was her first victory in like 2 years. The last fight she won was against Mara Barella. And then she had a draw with Montana, which I thought was a fight she should have won. Then she lost to Manone. But those 2 fights there kind of showed me that she just never really like rises to the occasion sometimes. She just never really goes in and goes for that kill. You know what I mean? Like she kind of sits back and sometimes showboats too much. Stephanie Edgar, to me, I don't think her stand-up is as good as Silva, but she's been fighting at bantamweight. But let me see, a little bit longer in the UFC, just by, just by a couple fights, of course, because she just got signed back in 2020 and she lost her first fight against Tracy Cortez. And losing to Tracy Cortez, I mean, that's not a bad thing. I mean, because Tracy Cortez is a decent fighter to me. If she was able to beat Shannon Young, she submitted Jessica Rose Clark, and in her first submission, good judoka. Will she be able to use that judo against Mayra Bueno Silva? That's the question. Because Mayra Bueno Silva is a pretty good fighter off her back. She is a pretty good fighter off her back. She just doesn't use it a lot. Hang on, this doggone shirt off. I was just trying to pull up the resume and it was freezing on me. There we go. Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting fight, I think. As far as the stand-up, I give Silva the edge there. I like her pressure. She lets her hands go. She can be effective. Like Sink said, he thinks she looks good. I don't think she really looked like dominant against Wu Yanan. Maybe she just needs to kind of grow into it. I think with the weight cut not being as harsh, it is kind of helping her out as far as her gas tank. And yeah, the power is carrying. Because she did land some good shots on Wu Yanan. So she's still wide open to be hit. Thankfully, Wu Yanan couldn't hit that hard. But I just think Stephanie Edgar I think she has a little trickiness too. I was just looking at some of her last few fights, even before she was in the UFC. I think she knows how to use that judo to her advantage. And sometimes Silva can get a little lazy, even when she is on the ground. Manon was actually able to show some of her ground game when she fought her. When she got in her guard. Silva didn't let go enough, didn't go for those submission didn't go for those submission attempts. So, if I had to make a pick in this one, like I said, sometimes these lower level fighters, it's all in who's going to show up. Brian said, MBS is good. I think she'll get the W. Yeah, I think she's decent. I think she's decent. She just, I can't say she's like good or like a big threat. That's what makes this thing so tough to pick. Because I thought she was supposed to beat Montana convincingly. I thought she was supposed to beat her convincingly. But let me see. I'm kind of leaning towards Stephanie Edgar in this fight. I am. Let me see who's really got the advantage here, even at size. Because Stephanie Edgar, she does know how to use her size. Let's see. Mayra Bueno Silva is 5'7". Biggest Stephanie Edgar. Oh, Tiger, what's up? She's 33. Oh, she's a little bit taller. Edgar's 5'6". They actually like about the same to me. Two Beats, what's going on? He said I'm taking Stephanie in that one. Feels like she's trending up in her progress. Yeah, I think that she has a little bit more of a killer instinct to her. Sometimes Silva sits back a little bit. Like Mayra Bueno Silva, she does fight. She is a dog. But I don't know. Sometimes she'll just sit back too much. I'm gonna go with Stephanie Edgar in this one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Stephanie Edgar. I ain't 100% on that, but yeah, if I had to pick, I'm gonna go with Stephanie Edgar in this fight. With the BJJ. Oh, I know that was rough. Getting that training in, that's good though. The BJJ can be rough from what I'm told, I still ain't hit the mat yet. But let's see. Yeah, that's kind of a pick 'em to me. It's just kind of a pick 'em. I don't even think it's that good of a style matchup. Like I'm not really expecting like a barn burner for this one. So I'm gonna rock with Stephanie Edgar in this fight. Um, let's look at this strawweight fight. Corey McKenna and Miranda Granger here real quick. So Corey McKenna, last time out, lost a fight to Elise Reed. That was back in March. Yep. Before that, she beat Demopolis Contender Series, and she beat Kay Hansen, and lost a close fight to Elise Reed. I picked Elise Reed to win that fight. There's something about the styles, like there's something about Corey McKenna. Like Corey McKenna has some good skill sets. She's on her way to being well-rounded. You know, she's strong, has a good ground game, good stand-up. But the thing about her is sometimes she doesn't really know what to use in certain situations. That's why I had to pick Elise Reed in that fight. I know Elise Reed's more of a striker, but she's committed to it. You know, she was committed to it, and she got it. She got the job done. All right, so looking at her, it's gonna have to be a fight where she uses that IQ. You know, she got to come here and get a big statement win over Miranda Granger. You know, she got to make Miranda Granger look like she don't belong in it, because Miranda Granger's been out for almost 2 years now. Almost 2 years. And so far is 1-2 in the UFC. Got a victory over Hannah Goldie. Got put to sleep by Amanda Lemos almost 3 years ago. And she lost to Ashley Yoder. Right? So this should be a fight where Corey McKenna can go in there and capitalize. You know, I mean, she got to make it look like this is her chance to get a highlight reel on her resume. You know, after coming in close against somebody like Kay Hansen, I went back and looked at that fight, and I was like, I don't know, man. She made that closer than it should have been. If you picked Kay Hansen in that fight and you thought Kay Hansen won, I'd be like, hey, I can't argue with you, you know, because Corey McKenna had everything needed, but she just didn't use it to her advantage. But in this fight, I think, you know, Miranda Granger, you know, she has some okay stand-up. You know, she's good at keeping range sometimes. Good knees in the clinch, but once you push her and get it to the ground, I think that's a wrap sometimes. I was looking at Amanda Lemos, how she handled that in the first round, put her to sleep. Corey McKenna should have no trouble in this fight. I know she's young, but hey, she got to wise up, use the right tools if she wants to get in that top 10. I think she's got enough to win this fight. And who knows, man, Miranda Granger, if she don't come in here and perform, could get cut. You know, I know she was out for a while because of the baby, but she'll be on a 3-fight losing streak after this. And then to me, if she can't beat Corey McKenna, I don't know. Might be stacking her up with Courtney Casey. Who else? Who else lost it? Hannah Goldie. Is Hannah Goldie still in the UFC? I thought I heard somebody say she got cut. But we'll see. I'm gonna go with Corey McKenna in this fight, though. I think Corey McKenna's got a good ground game that's gonna play a big factor in this thing. Chin said, "Do you think they're gonna cut Kim? Jin Kim? Shoot, they might. I think we might see that name on the list. They're gonna cut either. They're gonna cut her. And cut Courtney Casey. Might give Courtney Casey one more chance. I'm being nice, but you know, they might. But her, Courtney Casey gonna be on that list, and somebody else just racked up another L too. Can't think of it. I'm trying to think. I can't remember. Somebody else. Yeah, Wild Tiger. There's a lot of WMMA matches here. Yeah. They need to throw some more on that last card. 2B said, I'll take Courtney just based on pregnancy from Miranda. I don't expect her to pull an Angela Lee. Oh, no, Angela Lee kind of in a different realm, right? Brian said, I think Corey should beat Granger, but Amanda has a little experience, I think. Yeah, she got a little experience. I think she has a good experience with just using her stand up, and she used it well on Hannah Goldie. But when worst came to worst on the ground, she kind of was in panic mode with Amanda Lemos and got choked out, and then she lost to Ashley Yoder. Ashley Yoder I think Ashley Yoder, her biggest strength is being on the ground. That's why I say if Corey McKenna doesn't stand with Miranda, she should have no problem. If she takes it down, 'cause I think she's stronger, she should have it. Wu Yanan has a fight. Yeah, okay. Mojo said Granger got a 10-inch reach advantage. Does she? Let's see if she can use it. Yeah, I ain't gonna call it an advantage. Wow, 58 and a half. She do got little baby arms. 58 and a half for Corey McKenna. Dang, she ain't even break it. What is Tisha Torres' reach? Now you got me curious. Like, did she got the smallest reach? 68 inch. I don't know, man. She better take this fight to the ground. She's gonna get picked apart from the outside. If Miranda Granger knows how to use her stand up. 58 and a half. Okay, Tisha Torres is at 61. Damn. Even Tisha Torres got a longer reach than her. Dang. Somebody better put her on what is that thing called? Well, not that damn. There's something I was gonna say. Where you get what you can do. Tired of a horse, tired of two horses and stretcher. Yeah, you can do that. Tired of two horses or two ponies because you don't want to pull arms off. Well, let me stop. Yeah, you just put tired of two ponies and have them pull. Yeah, that'll extend that reach and height. Marcus Bell said Miranda Granger versus Hannah Goldie Part 2. Yeah, this might be. If she can use her reach, if she can use her stand-up's okay. I don't know now. Because I think if Miranda Granger start using her stand-up, Corey might get into a stand-up fight instead of using her ground game. Is it wise to pick Corey McKenna in this one? Just because she is active? I was a little bit more confident when I picked Elise Reed. I'm gonna go with and she's on 2-fight losing streak. Miranda Granger probably gonna come back in here ready to take somebody's head off. That don't make a difference. I'm gonna go with Corey McKenna in this fight. Yeah, T-Rex. Corey T-Rex McKenna. 58-inch reach, shorter reach than Tisha Torres. Who do y'all got? Okay, so far out of the picks, the first two picks, who do y'all got? Myra Bueno Silva, Stephanie Edgar, Corey McKenna, and Miranda Granger. Who y'all got? I'm gonna charge my phone. Hang on. Now Tisha Torres. Chin says he's 5 foot with 63-inch reach before he got baby arms. Yeah, her arms belong on a toddler. Sink said, Wild Tiger literally resembles the Nunes Pena fight, southpaw versus orthodox scrappy grappler versus all-around physically stronger fighter with power in both hands. James Pitt, I gotta go. Oh, what are you talking about, James? Yeah, it wasn't James, man. Stamina, what's going on? Yep, doing well. Everybody, I know I'm doing well. Just doing a later stream here. Okay, so who is everybody got? Edgar, Mayra Silva, Corey McKenna, and Miranda Granger. Um, Let me jump to this fight though. Let me jump to this fight I want to see, man. Ariane Lipski and Priscilla Cachoeira. Oh man, yeah. This is the fight I'm looking forward to. This is a good flyweight fight. This is probably one of the better unranked fights you can make. For real, this is one of the best flyweight fights you can make when it comes to action. If it lacks action, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be pissed at both of these fighters. There's no reason we shouldn't get some good action in this fight. Mojo, what's up? He said, I'll take Edgar and Granger. If Granger half uses that reach to her advantage, she could be able to pick her apart. You know what? I'm gonna go with Granger too. I think I'm gonna go with Granger. I'm gonna go with Edgar and Granger so far. I was gonna pick Corey McKenna. I think I'm gonna pick Granger in this fight. She should be able to use it. As long as she don't get taken down, she should be good. I'm gonna go with Granger. Okay, so all right, Lipski, Ariane Lipski. Me, since she's been working with American Top Team, they kind of been bringing out this killer in her somewhat. Kind of been working on her game and her strike selection. You know, she always got power, but uh, they've been helping her develop. And I've seen her working on her ground game more because she really needs to work on that. You know, she really does need to work on that. Like, not for this fight coming up, but you know, not even really for this fight, but just in the long run. But going into this one, she just cracked a 2-fight losing streak. She beat Mandy Bone back in September, and she was supposed to fight JJ Aldridge. That was going to be a good fight earlier this year, but that got canceled. So now she's taking on Cachoeira. You know, Cachoeira never really brings like any threat outside of her power. I think everybody agrees it's always just going to be straight up zombie mode, you know, just coming straight at you, clubbing. Sink said Granger is a good value pick. It's just straight up clubbing. You know, she's going to be trying to walk you down, stalk you down, put a lot of pressure on you, and land big shots, you know, and be dirty with it. That's how she does. Her last victory over Virginia Kim, it was a kind of a tight fight. Before that, much like Ariane Lipski, when you want to avoid her power, you submit her. That's what Jillian Robertson did. So I think with zero ground game for both of these fighters, I'm gonna say zero ground. I'm gonna say, let's just say fighters ain't comfortable on the ground. You know, let's go ahead and say that this fight should be action packed on the feet. Lipski, she got to find her range and throw straight punches. You know, she got to take her head off the line, get inside the hooks, come over the top with her right hand, and just keep finding that chin and land good shots to the body of Cachoeira to slow her down. Because Cachoeira, you know, she keep coming. 3 rounds, she'll keep on coming. So you got to land them body shots, slow her down, front kicks to her gut, slow this fight down, you know. Cachoeira, her main things have to be cut this octagon off and mix up those hooks. Stop telegraphing shots. You know, stop swinging wild, because the more she swings wild, somebody like Lipski that throws a very nice right hand, you know, is going to just find her with timing. You know, just going to find her with timing. But I'm not really expecting anybody to be over educated in this fight. Like, you ain't going to see anybody going in here trying to draw it out and be a chess match. They're going to be throwing bombs. If anybody plays it cool, it is going to be Ariane Lipski, I think. You know, Ariane Lipski's a little bit smarter with her power, you know. I'll tell you one thing, though, man. It's a violence queen versus a zombie. You getting blood. That's the only thing I can promise you out of all these fights is you're going to see some blood in this fight. You ain't going to see these two walk out of here dry. Let's see. Brian Williams said Lipski all day. She's much better technically. Her ground game is improving. I think she's taking Zombie Girl down, and she's gonna submit her. If she submits her, that'll be crazy. I think she probably have to hurt her first to get her into a submission mode. If anybody gets submitted, it'll be Cachoeira in this fight. If anybody gets knocked out, it's either one of them. She said Jillian versus Agapova screams rear naked choke from Robertson. Yep, this will be her second one. Second one in like a year. She choked out Cachoeira. Cachoeira seems like a tough girl. Basically, that's about it. Yeah, I think ATT will work. Which her work will show with Lipski. Yeah, it's gonna show. Like I think her patience has grown in that last fight, even though she's been striking. Because I think she had worked with Joanna in that last training camp a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, this is a late card again, man. I mean, I kind of started liking the early cards. Even though I had to get up early, I started liking the early cards. I like getting that prelims card out in the morning. You know? Yeah, I don't even know why this is. I don't even know why this one starts at 7, man. Like, this preliminary card starts at 7 and 10 o'clock. I mean, it ain't even a pay-per-view card. Shoot, I know a lot of people ain't gonna be up till midnight watching this fight. I mean, it's gonna be a good card, but shoot, everybody's staying up till midnight. Shoot, I stayed up till midnight to watch the last one because I paid for it. Wild Tiger says Sarah McMahon versus Aspen Ladd off. Yep. Aspen Ladd got that C19. I was just wondering why Pena give all her former team an interview, or should I say live with them except Chantel Coates. I was just wondering why Pena. What do you mean? She gave all her former teammates an interview, or should I say? Or should I say go live with them? Oh, why did she go live with all them except Chantel Coates? Well, she left, right? I mean, yeah, she had left like so early in the game, you know. I mean, it sucked, but she didn't really even like. They just replaced her. They just, Lawyer Gallardo took her place, and they just had to completely take her out the mix because she didn't even make weight, right? And it's harsh, but yeah, her situation just didn't call for her to really be considered a team member after that, right? I mean, that was the worst part of the game. She missed weight. Hopefully, she can bounce back from it. She just lost her last fight, though, man. This past Friday. So that sucks. So I think she was fighting at bantamweight too. Hopefully, she can get back down to 125. Brian said Lipski's my dark horse. I think she's going to make a run. I really believe she's going to be top 10, maybe in top 5 in 2 to 3 years. That's a bold call. I don't know. I think she could get a 15 spot. Like, I think she could get maybe like 11 through 15 when some more fighters retire. I think that's going to be a big help. But if she doesn't like really, really get her ground game intact, then she'll have trouble. All right, make sure y'all hit that like button. And give you my pick real quick on this one. I'm gonna say Lipski gets run over by any decent grappler. Yeah, don't even have to be a grappler. I mean, JoJo and Molly McKenna turned into grapplers overnight to beat her. Wild Tiger says Sarah Man doesn't have opponents. This can be opportunity for a new woman to step in. Yeah, Tanisha could. But I think she just did a grappling match too. She just did like a grappling match in the fight. So I don't know if she would. That would be kind of risky stepping right in there against Sarah McMahon. Sarah McMahon is dangerous now. Sarah McMahon is dangerous. I don't know if I would take Sarah McMahon on a maybe 2-3 week notice. I know she's fresh, but that's that'd be dangerous. Big gamble there. Colts already lost since then. Yeah, that was her second loss in a row. She lost back in June, and then she lost this fight too. She lost this fight by first round submission. Yeah, yeah. Sink said, "I want to see McMahon versus Home." Yeah, that's a good fight. Yeah, that's a good fight. I've always wanted to see that matchup, and I always want to see Home and Pena. Juliana Pena as a coach on Tough was good. She was she was a good coach. Yeah, yeah, she was a great coach. Great coach. Yeah, very very good coach. Chin said I thought Sarah was fighting Lad. No, Lad's out for C19. It's on the rise again. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Lipski. That's my third pick. Going Lipski. Yeah, if she gets it down, maybe submission. I don't know. I'm being greedy though. And I don't even know if somebody really gonna get knocked out for sure. I want to see a knockout. I wouldn't be surprised though if we don't get it. If them chins hold up and they both come out lumpy, that's potential for fight of the night. That's potential for fight of the night. Wild Tiger says Sarah McMahon's freaking big. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's a dangerous fight for Tanisha on the first go round. If she get physical with Tanisha right away, if she can't cut her down with straight strikes and body shots, Sarah will get you down. Sarah got a good right hand too. Sarah got a very, very good overhand right now too. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's off chin. Lad's out for that doggone virus. Brian said Mandy Bone was a grappler. She's an okay grappler. I think of her more as a good striker. Good striker. She put her own on the ground on that lower level, No, she ain't UFC level. Ravioli says Sarah looked good against Rosa. Yeah, she did. Good striking in that fight too. She improved her right hand in that fight. She was bombing Carol Rosa in that fight. That was a good fight. I picked Carol Rosa too. Yeah, Mandy Bone. That was the other name I was thinking of. That was what I was thinking of. As far as being cut, she could be a name on that list. Because you know what I mean? Like, it don't matter if it's 2 losses. They dump people for less than that. Who was that said Blood Diamond was probably going to get cut? Because he was only, 2-1 in the UFC? Wild Talker said, what do y'all think about Molly McKenna being 15? I don't really have a problem with it because it's really based off her being active at the same time a couple of fighters retired. You know what I mean? Who retired? JoJo's out. Jessica I's out. E-Boss only had 1 fight. So somebody like Molly McCann, who's 3-0, it would elevate her, right? So it's kind of by default. At the same time, it makes sense. Like, I'm not mad at it. Who else is going to be 15? Who else would be number 15? Like, to me, like, I couldn't think of anybody else. Because JJ Aldridge just lost her fight against Aaron Blanchfield. Melissa Gatto just lost. Who else in there? Nobody. I know Molly McCann hadn't beat the best competition, but it's kind of a default thing. You got some fighters retiring, so somebody's going to get, put in there as the numbers lessen. Decimated said this picture of her isn't very good, but who thinks Brogan Walker is super fine? Yeah, she's not a bad looking one. Yeah. She said blood. Yeah, blood is 0-2. Yeah. Pena's ranked number 1 in bantamweight, but something tells me on Nunes Vieira will happen. I think Vieira is going to get her behind whooped by Nunes. Yeah, yeah, she could. She could. She's big, but she don't pull the trigger enough in these fights. She just don't pull the trigger enough. But speaking of Brogan, let's talk about this fight real quick. Juliana Miller, Brogan Walker. I was listening to that interview, man. Juju said that the house had more drama than the show would actually put out. There was actually a lot of drama in the house. They just cut it back and made it look like it was more about the fights. But like Juju said, she actually said there was a lot more tension in there, a little bit of beef going on, but there just wasn't. I guess they just didn't feel like they were going to put that stuff out. To me, I ain't gonna lie, like I like it when it's about the fights, but it can get a little dry. Like you have to put a bit of you got to put a little bit of a mix in there. Like you got to give the people what they want. It's still entertainment, right? Put a little bit of action in there. Like the trash talk, that's cool. Especially if you want to build up Juju and Brogan. I mean, they had beef. Like y'all saw the clip. Juliana said she like sprayed Brogan in the face with some silly string, and like later on she got pissed off at her about it. So she said like Pena's team, they were always kind of doing pranks, and I guess Brogan and some of them, they really weren't feeling it. So yeah, there was tension in there. I mean, some of that, yeah, they could have played. Like they just wasn't a lot. I might want to see much of trash talk. It's just pointless, but they should have at least put some of that stuff out there because like even like Caitlin, what is her name? Caitlin Neal. Caitlin Neal has said something that made me think that there was beef with her and Juju. Like when she lost to Juliana Miller, she was like, I'm embarrassed I lost to somebody like her. You know what I mean? Like there had to be more behind that. That's what I'm saying. They kind of missed the opportunity. They missed the opportunity there. Because I wanted to know, like, if you would play this stuff out, more people would be a little bit more excited about it. Like there was 8 years ago, the Tough House in the strawweight edition. Beck Rollins and all them talking that trash. They they had a lot of drama up in there. And like I said, sometimes it's good because it's a little bit more satisfying because then when that person talks trash and they get their behind whooped, it makes you cheer a little bit louder. Right? Or you could like that person. I don't know. Like to me, I think trash talk at the right time, tension at the right time is important. But they didn't really have anything with Nunes and Pena going on either. Like I thought that was kind of like a missed opportunity. I was expecting to see some of that. And especially having like, look, I'm old fashioned, I'm gonna say it, but especially having 8 women up in the house. I'm gonna say it. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Especially having 8 women in the house, there's gonna be drama in there. Ain't no way all 8 of them women got along, and there was never any arguments. Because you look at them past shows, anytime even the women were there. I mean, the men, they get into it too. But we all know, even women that are in the same pack don't like each other. They be talking trash about each other. And I know this because, I was a teenager. I'll be up in the break room, grown women talking together. As soon as one gets up, I'm just sitting there. I'm just watching. I'm not part of the group. I'm just chilling in the back. As soon as one woman leaves the group, they start talking trash about her. I'm like, I thought that was your friend. That's anywhere I went. I always see women, they talk. They're like, oh, yeah, they cool. They on their code and this and that. I'm just in the background listening. As soon as that woman gets up, they be like, I can't stand her. They be like, I can't stand her. I can't stand the way she looks. She thinks she all that. I was like, dang. Y'all was just cool a minute ago. See, guys, we don't do that. I don't do that stuff. 100%. I won't do that. I mean, anything I got to say to my partner, whoever, I'm gonna tell him to his face. So, with that being said, I'm just backing my point of view up with facts. That's why I say, all 8 of these women up in here argue. I mean, even if some women want to respond later on and chop me down, I'll be like, no, I'm right. I've already seen it. You've seen it with Beck Rollins. You've seen it with what is she called? What they called it? Angela Hill. Angela Hill's still a trash talker. Angela Hill still talk trash, and she be thinking she in the right sometimes. Then she take a L, and then it's like, oh, I'm playing the blame game now. So you live up to it. That's all I'm saying. I'm just calling out what I see, and you better live up to it. When somebody calls it out, you get mad, but it's like, no, I'm just telling you what I see. So it was a tough show's opportunity to capitalize off of this. I mean, we don't want to see no ignorant reality show or nothing like that, but you still got to build up the tension between these ladies when they fight. Yeah, Ravioli, Joanna too. Yeah, when Joanna was up in there talking trash to Claudia with her, y'all know she came with them. I won't even say borderline, but them prejudice comments. She told Claudia to go back to the jungle. I was like, dang. I mean, if that was me at that time, everything would have went red that night. I mean, because I remember that night, I was like, see, Joanna was talking like some of these crazy men out here. She was like, she told Claudia to go back to the jungle right there. You forgot about that, but I was like, yeah, she was stewing out. She was stewing it up right there. So yeah, women, they get it in too. They do. But yeah, with that being said though, yeah, like Wild Tiger said, yeah, I can see where you don't you might not feel like watching it because they didn't really put forth the entertaining part that we're looking for. Like they didn't bring the tension, and they didn't bring the build up. And I think a lot of people got, like, I was reviewing some of the episodes. I stopped halfway through because it was the same. I ain't got no problem with like I said, with the fighters. But after a while, I was expecting more Nunes Pena talk, but it wasn't really popping like that. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna talk about a couple of the fights, and that's it. She said, "Go back to the jungle." Oh yeah, oh yeah. I remember when I first heard that night. I was kind of like, I kind of steamed up under my neck. I was like, did Joanna just go there? I was like, did she go there? I was like, why you have to say that? Oh, well, hold on. Let me go back up to these comments for a second. Y'all talking about? Yeah, I'm telling you. See why I say that's true. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. She said, as a woman, women love to keep up mess sometimes. Yeah. Ravioli said, women are catty. Yeah. Yeah. If they, time keeps going, but they stay the same. James Press said, like, I can't even imagine having a bear in there. Yeah, I remember that too. She's talking about opinions said they were going to bringing a tiger or a bear up in there. I was like, wow. Were they going to defang it or something? Well, I'm a chill person, chill woman. I never had friends. Also, I'm a bold person. I tell people watch out because the wild tiger's coming, so you don't go away. Well, tigers, they're loners. Lions are more with the pride, but tigers are loners. Ty, what's going on? He's a great show. I agree. I think when the tough season, some of the fighters saw the writing on the wall. I think Julianne didn't talk as much because she knew deep down what was coming. Right. Right. Shannon said you want to have a crush on Claudia. Brian said he didn't watch any of the tough except some of the fights. Yeah, there came a point when I got towards the end when I was behind, like when I get off work, I would just watch the fight. I did go back and watch some of the shows later on in my downtime, but when it came to the fight, I would just go straight to the fight. Like when we got down to the last few. Yeah, Stammer, she got a little too honest, right? She got a little too honest. Yeah, Ronda was a bully and Joanna was more cringe. Yeah, Ronda's to me, I I was I'm never like a big fan of Ronda, but after a while, like hers was Ronda never really crossed them type of lines. Ronda was kind of different. Like to me, Ronda Rousey was a little different. Like she never got on my nerves in that way. Like she never went there with certain things like that. She wasn't a person that tried to dig like that. Yeah, sometimes Joanna would be cringe with hers, even like when her joke, the Zhang Wei Li with the gas mask and thing. I thought that was kind of out of line. You know. But yeah, let me get back on this fight here. Let's get back on this fight. Efren, what's going on? High five, what's up? Yeah. I forgot about that. Dang. Call Cyborg and it. Dang, I forgot about that. Well, let me take that back, man. Let me take that back. It's still women, right? It's still women. Can't separate any of them, right? I know that's gonna make people mad at me saying that, right? I'm not being mean. I'm just saying what I see. And don't do the stuff you do, and I won't call it out. That's usually how the truth works, though. Like people like to do stuff, but when you actually read it back to a person what they do, they get mad. Just think about that. You do something, people love to do different things, and you know what I mean. They love to do wrong, do things, certain things. That people talk trash, but when you call it out, when you actually read it back to them what they did, they don't want to hear it. It's embarrassing. But yeah, tough house fight between Juju and Brogan. Brogan's got the most experience here. I think she has a pretty good ground game, and I've seen her outwork Miranda Maverick on the feet. Landing some good combinations in that fight. She can fight southpaw. I know Juju said that she actually watched Brogan train like that and fight like that, so she said she's kind of prepared for that. You know, Brogan definitely got some good wins on the resume, even just good competition in general. It's crazy that Brogan beat Miranda Maverick, then lost to Pearl Gonzalez, and Miranda Maverick beat Pearl Gonzalez. Aaron Blanchfield beat them both, though. You know, Invicta, she beat Emily King. So she has definitely got some decent wins. Not a big finisher. Only has one finisher on her resume, and that was back in 2021. So she's definitely a fighter with a gas tank. But here's the question: do you think Brogan has the gas tank to hang with Juju for 3 rounds? Can she do that? Because I think, for one, yeah, Brogan has proven herself, in her fights, from Invicta, in the tough house. She's found ways to win. Uh, has a decent ability to fight off her back a little bit. Good on the ground, like I said, and she can move through a fight, keep her legs for the most part, and she has that stamina. But I don't think there's anybody on her resume, even though Juju's at 2-1. Yeah, Juju's professional record is 2-1. I don't see a fighter like this on a resume that really had to push her. I can't remember the last time I seen her get pushed in a fight. Brogan can usually control the pace in the fight, except for that Aaron Blanchfield fight. She lost, I must say, just about every round in that one. And that was the last. So that was the last time she actually fought somebody with good pressure, and they beat her. So I'm thinking Juju might have that same advantage here. Juju, she might be able to walk through some of these shots, uh, press this fight to the cage like she did to Caitlin Neal. I think Caitlin Neal was a strong fighter. And when I saw Juju handle her like that, I was like, wow, okay, Juju's stronger than we thought. You know, and I think Juliana Pena's coaching is really rubbing off on her. That's another thing because, like I said, from the fights I've seen with Juliana Miller, from what I could see, you know, just a couple fights she had in the UFC, a few grappling matches. You know, she's got a good amateur record. I definitely seen a change in her style. I definitely see a change in the style. Like I seen some improvements in there in the house. You know, Juliana Pena and her team, Rick Little, definitely have her using her reach. You know, they definitely got her using that reach. She's like 5'7", with like a 68, 67-inch reach, and she really knows. You know, she knows how to use it. Good long jab, good straight punches. You know, she fights to get on the inside. Might take a few shots here and there, and then boom, she's in there, and then she gets to fight to the ground. Still working on her jiu-jitsu, I think, but it's getting better. So let me check out her grappling record because I've seen her. I want to say I've seen her and Fatima Klein. I want to say she had beat her. Hold on, she beat her in like one of these grappling tournaments. Let's see, Juliana Miller, 3, 8. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 3. Yeah, she's at like 7. She's at like 7 grappling matches. Only lost one of them. So yeah, she's pretty slick. You know, she's getting her ground game up there. So yeah, Juju might be a problem. She got more grappling matches than she has MMA, and that's going to definitely come in handy in the long run when you get down further into this flyweight division. When you get deeper, you know, her ground game. More and more she works on it, it's going to be an advantage. And she's got some good. Well, actually, she has 9. I want to say 3. No, 7. It's 7. Yeah, she's been in 7 matches. So with that being said, I'm really leaning towards Juju in this fight, though, man. I am. I mean, I know Brogan has that experience, but I'm not sure how that knee's gonna be acting in this fight. I don't know how she'll feel fighting off the back foot whenever Juju comes in. I don't know if she can hit hard enough to send Juliana Miller back or drop her. I mean, anybody can be dropped, so I'm gonna leave that open. You know, Brogan could land something like a left hand on her or right, put her down, but I know Juju would get back up. And I think she just has that relentless pressure, you know. So I really think it's gonna come down to how she can handle that. How can she handle that when she gets on her? Like what is she gonna bring to stop that? Let's see. Brian, that's Wild Tiger. Wild Tigers. I got Brogan for the W. Okay. Brogan for the W. Yeah, I can see that too. I can see that. I knew Brogan would make it there, though. I knew Brogan would make it there based off everybody in the house. You know, she was one of the ones I said would get there because I was more familiar with her and, you know, just her, like I said, extensive background already. Juliana Miller was actually kind of a wild card to me. I didn't know because she really changed to me. And I think her style just really fit in against a lot of these ladies. But yeah, man, I might have to rock with Juju on this one. Yeah, I think that's gonna be my pick. If you see Wild Tiger, if you see Brogan winning, how do you think Brogan can do it? Like, or you just or Are you more of a fan of her, or how do you think? Do you think she got the skills to beat her, or what? Okay. Six said a draw. Oh, wait a minute. He said Six said Pena had the biggest potential in WMMA, but she lost. Yep. And to me, she gonna have to come right back. No, 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 not come back. Sorry. To me, she's gonna have to get a couple more wins to rebuild that fire again. Yes, sir. High Five said Minone has the potential. Yes, she does, man. She does. Not a bunch of you know corny trash talk coming out of Minone's mouth. It's all fighting. It's skill. Yeah. I mean, she ain't gonna be no heel or nothing like that if that's what people are thinking about. I think she can be a draw. I mean, you got to beat the champion first, really. I think when she does that, all eyes will be on her. Five says zero gone and Minona are the main attractions in France, just like Marino and Aldenia and Grasso. Yeah. Oh, well, Tiger said I can see that fight being a decision. Far as I see one of the ladies in the UFC, I can say maybe be a good run for him. I'll wait and see. Yeah. Yeah. Should be a good one though. Should be good because they got tension there. They got beef, and well, I'm gonna say like hard beef. They ain't got that hardcore beef going on between these two. But I don't think Brogan. I think Brogan dislikes Juliana more, and I hope she don't let that play into her fight. All right, let me see. Get off here in a minute. Probably about I'm gonna get off here about quarter till 11 or 10 till 11. Decimator said Pena doesn't have a true MMA. Doesn't have true MMA arts. Never will. Her style squint. Said her said her jaw run is winning. Top girls with good form will beat her spazzy style. Pena is the best of the middle, not top. High Five said Whaley doesn't speak English too good, but she's one of the most exciting fighters in the roster. She's still green in the UFC, so don't talk about as a draw yet. Earlier I saw James say Manone can't be a draw. She doesn't even speak English well. Whaley doesn't speak English, but she's a big draw. So Manone can be a draw. You know, nobody's really going to get close to a million pay-per-views for women anymore. That's like those are like Ronda's numbers. Nobody's really ever going to get to a million. I think the only one that could possibly ever do that would be Whaley. Yeah, I'm just saying if, but I don't really think anybody's ever going to get to a million women. That is now, unless you have somebody come around with that type of personality and it has to be about perfect timing. It can't be forced. Love her, hate her, on that has us saying her name. Yeah, yeah, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, right? You got to get people to love you and hate you, and when you do that, people will, everybody will meet in the middle to come see you. Like people will come to see you win. Then the haters, as blind as the haters are, they don't understand that they're making money for those fighters. Like the people that hate a person, they hate them so much that they say, "Oh, I'll pay to watch them lose." You know, if you really hated somebody, then you wouldn't even show up. So people that really think they have hate or they have blind hate for a person, you're actually building that person up, right? So whenever you say, you know, well, like anybody says, I hate Rhonda. Yeah, I mean, but you keep talking about her, right? You know what I mean? That's why she did it. That's why a lot of people, yeah, a lot of people still talking about her like that. I thought I said Wheelie doesn't need to show her skin to make people love her. She just displays her work ethic. People fall in love with her. Yeah, I like her Instagram. I think her Instagram is my favorite to watch. You know, yeah, she's always putting training stuff up. So yeah, Manone's also one that does that. But Whaley's, she stays up on it more when she posts that stuff. Okay, I'm just doing something on my phone. This makes I don't like Paige Van Zandt, but I always tune in to watch her lose, whether it's MMA or BKFC. Right? Exactly. See, that's a perfect example. Yeah, like uh, I think eventually though, Paige Van Zandt, her numbers are going to just dwindle down because she hasn't won a BKFC fight yet, right? When the person loses consecutively like that, they just say, "Oh man, like I don't even want it. I'm tired of it now. Let's not even watch this." They said, "Oh, I don't even watch this no more. Let's just hope this fighter gets cuts." And while like I said, Nunez and Pena almost broke each other's faces. Shoot, yeah, that's good. It was a good fight this past Saturday. I enjoyed it. Okay. Mark Robinson, what's going on? He said, "What do you guys think about this? I think Joanna still wants to fight, but doesn't want to hustle for the belt anymore. She basically wants to be a female Nick Diaz in the UFC if the UFC can create that for her." I don't know. I don't really get the vibe that she still wants to fight. I know she talked about that whole BMF belt thing, but I don't think she wants to fight anymore. I mean, if she takes like a year off and she wants to go back for the championship, I can see that, but I don't know if she wants to become like a journeyman type thing or even just like a prize fighter because people don't really want to see that. Yes, yeah, she talked about doing that like a BMF belt. Honestly, I think a BMF belt would be for like who did I say? I said this the other day for the women. If they did BMF for did I say Nunez and Pena 3? I can't remember. Like who could she fight to prove she's the BMF at strawweight? Or who could she meet up with at like flyweight? Her and Jessica Andrade too. Yeah, that would be good. Like Joanna Andrade 2 for a BMF belt. No, that yeah, I don't know about that because well, who else would be? Who else is like a BMF? Like, I don't know. If she talk about coming back like that, she gonna get hurt. Yeah, I meant to. Yeah, I had posted something about that yesterday, man. I heard about that. I reached out to her, man. Yeah, that's sad, man. Amber Brown's, yeah, I just want to send condolences. That's what I wanted to say too. Send condolences to Amber Brown. She lost her daughter. Yeah, had some complications with her diabetes. I think she's a type. Her daughter was a type 1 diabetic, and I think she went into like a diabetic coma over the past few days, like last Thursday, and she just passed away today. So yeah, just wanted to send my condolences to Amber Brown and her family, because I donated some money for I sent the money for for while she was in the hospital, but she's not gonna make it now, so they can take that money. Now they got to prepare for a funeral. If you want to donate, I can post a link here for her funeral preparations. I mean, that's hard on anybody, man. Outliving their child, outliving your child like that. That's hard. So if you like to donate, hang on, if I can pull up her Instagram here. Just a second, hold on. Man, that's terrible. Amber the Bully Brown. So, yeah. Rest in peace to Malia, or Malia Blake. All right, it's a GoFundMe. Sadly, the money's not going to go to her hospital bills, but it's going to be going to her funeral. There you go. Wow, that's terrible. Yeah, especially you losing a kid. I'm sure that's terrible, man. Yeah, losing a child, that's hard, man. It's one thing, when your parents get older, that's a part of life. That's a part of life when somebody, your parents get into their golden years and they pass away. That's just a part of it. But having to lose your baby like that, that's terrible, man. Okay, just made it say, okay, MMA brother, W member brother sisters. I'm gonna go. Can't wait till Saturday. Looks like a car full of all chicks. My predictions. All right, who's your predictions? Who you got? Let me see here. Okay, Desmond made it say he's got Silva beating Edgar, Granger beating McKenna, Cachoeira beating Lipski, Miller beats Walker. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. The first one, I'm not sure. Silva beating Edgar. Yeah, I switched my pick to Granger as well. I'm gonna go with Granger beating McKenna, but I'm going with Lipski beating Cachoeira, and I'm gonna go with Juliana Miller beating Walker. Silva, yeah, I could see that. I know Tracy Cortez was able to get it done. The thing is, Silva sometimes just don't let go, man. Yeah, Kayla Harrison. Yeah, oh yeah, Kayla Harrison would beat Juliana Pena at 145. I mean, Juliana Pena, I give her credit. She gonna take the fight, but yeah, she ain't beating Kayla. Kayla Harrison's already gonna be a handful for Chris Cyborg if they fought at 155, even 145. Just off the speed alone. What did you say earlier, Mark? I was looking at the YouTube stream here. He said Joanna cares about her reputation, so she doesn't want to be called a failure for being a champion. She can fight for fans, fame, and money without being called a failure, though I think she would. Yeah, I think it would have to be the right fights. I think if she got the right fights, yeah. A friend said Kayla Kayla would show Pena the inside of her own skull. Dang. Brian Williams said Kayla couldn't make her. She'll barely make. Oh no, like not at all. It would have to be 145 or 155. No, never. I don't know who said bantamweight. No, Kayla ain't making no bantamweight. If she were to fight Pena or Cyborg, it would have to be at 145. Yeah, like I said, the only thing I would give Pena credit for in that fight is taking that fight. But as far as her winning that fight, not at all. It's just, after looking at the footwork and everything, I mean, I never thought she could beat Kayla Harrison, though, like, as far as Pena goes. Like, but when it comes down to the Chris Cyborg fight, that's where the action is. That's what we pretty much want to see. Matter of fact, what was PFL saying earlier today? Like, I saw a clip on my Facebook page. Said they were down to do some. They kind of said they wanted to get some cross promotion going. Now, don't quote me on that, but they said something to the effect of trying to get Nick Diaz and get Kayla Harrison and Chris Cyborg going. They said something like that. Hold on. I can't find it. They said something like that today. Something about Nick Diaz. James Perez said, "What do you think about Pena Cyborg?" That's a good one. Pena would probably. Oh, Cyborg would probably beat that. It's real good. Yeah, yeah, she would. That's why it wouldn't be a good one. Yeah, yeah. It wouldn't be a good one. That would be a massacre. I think Cyborg's control and with the accumulation of punishment that Pena has taken from Amanda Nunes, I don't think, this is my calculation, I don't think her chin will hold up to Chris Cyborg's offense. And I don't think Chris Cyborg will get hit clean like Amanda did in their first fight. I think Cyborg's boxing, her technical boxing skills have gotten better over the years since, she wants to go into boxing. She's really been tightening up on her stance and her timing, boxing timing, that is. So you won't see Chris Cyborg get hit with some of the shots that Amanda Nunes did, right? So when Pena come in with that straight jab, she going to eat a counter jab right on her chin from Chris Cyborg. And then Cyborg might rush her a few times and hurt her. So it won't even be long, drawn out grappling matches between these two. I think Chris could really hurt her with the way she turns her shots over and just her power going up to 145. So yeah, I agree with you on the beat down. but the domination there. But I don't know if it would be a good one to watch. That'd be a mugging, man. I have to keep my eyes closed. Uh, Sink said Natalia Silva style. He said, how much worse can she get whooped? I think Cyborg will whoop her in a calculated way. You think Cyborg stops her? Cyborg beats her? I think Cyborg stops her. Because we factoring in that she already taken some beatings now. And she moving up. Remember, this is 10 pounds heavier. This is featherweight. So Chris Cyborg may do it calculated for so long, but she going to take her out. Cyborg going to want to do something big, and she want to do something Amanda didn't do. Chris Cyborg can let go at any moment in a fight with Pena and get her out of there. Now, Pena, we say she has heart and she can't have her will broken, but she can have her lights turned off. There's a difference. Like, a fighter may not have quit in them, but the minute you punch them lights out, that's it. That's what I told you the other day. I mean, you've seen it, James Perez. Go back and watch that Danny Garcia Brandon Rios fight. That's a perfect example. Brandon Rios don't like to quit, right? But when Danny Garcia clipped him on his chin, he had no choice but to fold. So that's how I see it being with Pena. Cyborg would just constantly strike, and beat her to the punch, crack her, and then boom, gets her out of there. He said, do you think Cyborg hits harder at 145 than Nunes? I don't even think it's about just hitting harder at a natural power. I think she throws better placed punches now. I think she throws more precise punches, which means it's not even going to be about power. It's just about placing them two knuckles on Pena's jaw every moment at the right time. So remember, we're talking Cyborg now. So Cyborg now is going to be hitting her with cleaner, precise boxing punches. She's going to be hitting her over and over from, trained to punch through somebody's head over and over. She ain't going to be playing patty cake. She's going to be punching her over and over. So, yeah, she would knock Pena out. It ain't even the fact that the power isn't harder. It's just the fact that she throws accurate. Nunes throws accurate too, but not like this version of Cyborg to me. I think this Cyborg throws a good variety and much more educated punches. Yeah, Sink said, look what she did to Sinead. Yeah, Sinead Kavanaugh. Put her out with that left hook, right? Was it a left hook? Left hook. Sinead Kavanaugh was a boxer too. Arlene Blinker was a boxer. And you see that's the level of Chris Cyborg's boxing. He said Cyborg would land more consistently and avoid getting hit by Pena better than Nunes did. Exactly. And that's the factor. Like, when you can't hit a person back and you constantly get hit by them, that's another form of getting broken down. Like, if Pena's trading with Nunes, she loves that because she knows eventually she'll get to her and she'll beat her. But if Cyborg's hitting her clean constantly and she can't do anything, matter of time, she's going to fold. Sink said Pena would be open for that type of shot against Cyborg. Yeah, all day. Yep. Cyborg more defensively responsible. Yep. He said, the last girl Cyborg fought could take it for real. That girl was a man. Oh, Arlene Blinko. Yeah, she did better than the first fight because that was the second time she fought Cyborg. I kind of thought Cyborg carried some of the rounds, honestly. I mean, I ain't gonna take away from Arlene Blinko staying in there for 5 rounds. She did stay in there. But even staying in there, she could never win a round. Yeah. Yep. But I don't know if we'll ever get it. Nunes Cyborg rematch. I don't think a lot of people want to see that, right? Nunes Cyborg rematch. I don't think people would care to see that no more. Dana's talking about making Nunes Shevchenko 3. I really don't want to see that anymore either. If I had to pick, what would it be? I don't know. I really don't. Uh, but I had a feeling she could do something while she was getting whooped for some reason. Brian said everybody wants to see that. Which one? Valentina and Nunes 3 or Cyborg and Nunes 2? See that Cyborg Nunes 2. I really don't want to see the one. Yeah, I watched the Nunes Shevchenko fight the other day, the rematch, and man, they got it. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't going into anything about that fight, but I just think Amanda did enough to keep her belt. Mark said, "Do we already know the UFC WMMA highlight rematch for the rest of the year? Carla versus Wei Lee, Val versus Amanda, which I'm not so hot about. Amanda versus Aldana. I think Amanda may be done for 2022. Highlight match for me would be Carla versus Wei Lee. Yeah, I think skill for skill is Val and Amanda, even though, yeah, I'm not hot about it. But yeah, Carla Wei Lee, that's a good one. Oh, Nunes Cyborg too. Uh, I don't really want to see it. I mean, that's just me. I picked Nunes to win that first fight anyway. I said Nunes probably win by knockout. When I saw it, I was like, man, wow. I was still like, wow. Because I knew something about that truck power that she packs. I was like, dang, she gonna. Well, I said, Cyborg probably gonna come here and fight off emotion. I'm trying to get these main events pretty easy. Yeah. Not saying it won't be a bad fight, but I'm just not really calling for it because I just don't think there's any hope in it. James says Cyborg 100% deserved a rematch. Was undefeated for 10 years. Dana never liked Cyborg. Simple as that. Yeah, I can say, okay, yeah, she deserves it. But I just don't want to watch it. Like, if I understand her wanting it as a fighter, I understand her wanting it because, yeah, she lost. And that's a hard, devastating way to lose first round. That's always going to eat at Cyborg. At least Amanda did get to avenge the Pena fight, you know? Sink said Aldana would get smashed by Amanda. Got a chance on the feet, but no way on the ground. Mark said when she's at her best, I think Aldana moves well enough to put a decent fight against Amanda. Against Amanda, I don't know. I think she'll be in there some good rounds, but I don't know if she'll win any. Like, she might make Amanda win the fight, but I don't know if she'll win any rounds. Like, she kind of disappointed me against Rocky Pennington. I thought she was gonna use that movement against Rocky Pennington, but she kind of let Rocky clinch her up in that fight, slow her down. And she got a good left hook. I give you that. If she can get that left hook in, man, I don't know how Nunes react to that left hook. That's just the punch alone. Efren said, I love to see Nunes Cyborg 2 as dominant as Nunes was past week. She felt vulnerable. I think a more patient Cyborg could give Nunes real problems, but it won't happen. So it's not. But it won't happen. So it's yeah. I want to say, you know what? I'm forgetting about Vieta. She's probably next for Amanda. Yeah. Vieta's probably next. Probably gonna be in Brazil. Might be. Vieta said, let's go ahead and do this in Brazil. I'm sure Amanda would probably want to do it there in Brazil. Why not? Yeah, Aldea's she's a good counter striker. Yeah, she is. I guess she really couldn't get her boxing going on Rocky because Rocky is a good boxer. Rocky's a good boxer and a good clinch fighter. And yeah, Aldea can stuff some takedowns. So yeah, I think Vieta would be the logical fight, though. She did beat Tate home, uh, and I'm just trying to be fair because time hasn't really been the best to her. She's had some injuries, some hard losses, and now's the time to call for it. Even if we don't think the veterans she beat are at their best, I think she deserves it. Vieta, that is, get Vieta in there, man. Because if she don't get the title shot this time, I don't think she ever will. Because I remember she was supposed to get it a while back. Yeah, the Holly Holm Irene fight, yeah. But apparently she was hurt, right? Or her foot was hurt or something like that. James said, besides Bullet, Cyborg has the best of beating Nunes out of anyone. Just dropped 445 belt. If you fight there, Cyborg has a good chance of beating Nunes at 145 now. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, she does. I think she still is the fighter to do it. I mean, I just don't have any intrigue for it, no excitement for it. But if there's anybody that has skills in the featherweight divisions across the world, it is Chris. Because Chris has the one thing that Valentina don't have. Well, a couple of things Valentina don't have to beat Nunes is the convincingly the size, strength. Well, three things: the size, strength, and the power. Because Chris has the power to hurt Amanda, and definitely got the size to get in there. And yeah, James, I can see Nunes winning that fight. I can see her winning that fight. I think she got 3 rounds. There's a couple rounds where I thought they could have gone either way, but if the judges gave it to Amanda, I was like, I can't argue that. Uh, which rounds? Because I went on look off of activity and what was being done in that rematch. I gave 1 and 2 to Nunes, and then 3 was a close round. Valentina won 4. Valentina won 3 and 4. 3 kind of could have went either way, depending on what they were looking at. And then 5 started out Valentina's round, but then there was some takedowns. I'm just saying that. I'm saying this is how the judges see it now. 5 was kind of a round that could have got. 3 was the one that could have got played with. Val turned it up in 4 and won that round convincingly. 4 was her best round. That's all I'm gonna be real. 4 was Valentina's best round. And yeah, 3 could be her round. 3 could be her round. But to me, I thought Nunes did enough to take 1 and 2 for sure. Like, Nunes at least got them 2 rounds for sure. But some of the rounds they were just too. They were too much. There was too much respect going on in that fight. Somebody needed to take over. And if the challenger doesn't take it in her hands, then they're not going to give it to her. Was it 1 or 2 takedowns in that 5th round? No, I could give Valentina 5. I could give her 5. I gave her 1 or 2 and 3. I gave Nunes. If I had to decide, I'd give Nunes 1, 2, and 3. Difference said Rocky is on a 4-fight win streak in bantamweight, and Nunes wants some time off. I say Rocky versus Vieira to establish #1 contender in the meantime. Huh? Not bad. Yeah, she is on 4-fight win streak, right? She beat some good names too. What you think? Interim title, I guess. Yeah, right. You say interim title. See, that's what Tyler needs. Tyler needs a very good leg kick. Amanda had a good leg kick on Nunez. Amanda had a good leg kick on Valentina. That thing was working. That's what Tyler needs to add to her game. And Nunez did good at measuring range in that fight. Like, can't say she a bad striker. She dipped out of the range of Valentina a lot. They both walked out looking too clean to me, though. So there was a lot of respect in that fight. Really ain't nothing. Really, for me, when people say robbery with that fight, there's really no point in saying that, because it comes down to getting in there and doing that work to take that belt. That one, no, not every leg kick is going to be bone breaking, and it's not a tap. I mean, why do you think Valentina's leg was turning red? And if I can hear it, that's a leg kick. If I can hear that smack and it's turning red, that's a leg kick to me. She probably throwing with the same power that she dropped Pena with them kicks. The thing is, Valentina can just take them better, because Valentina's foundation is stronger. And I talked about this way back when this fight came out. I did an open. I think Coach did an open link. I talked to him. I did a link on his show one time. Yeah, this was back when the fight first happened, and I said that same thing to Brian. I was like, Valentina has only Valentina to blame. You can't go in there and fight this safe and pick these little moments to fight. You got to win every freaking minute of every freaking round. That's exactly how I told Coach too. Whenever I jumped on his live years ago when this fight happened, I said, Valentina ain't got nobody to blame but herself. I mean, we could say she won. I watched it. Okay. I think she got 3, 4. Well, no, excuse me. I think she got 4 and 5. Could have got 3, but 3 had to be like 5. It had to be like 4. Round 3 had to be like 4. You had to do something to win everybody over. If you're going to go in there with the mind frame to not dismantle your opponent and break their will and tear them apart, then you better be doing something to dazzle all 3 of these judges. You got to be in there making these judges say, oh, wow, Valentina's killing this fight. Let me just give her this round, that round, this round, and that round. You know what I mean? To me, it really wasn't about politics in that fight. It just came down to one person to blame for it, and that's the person that lost the fight. And that's the point, James. I didn't say Nunes dismantled. Nunes was the champion. It don't work with it don't work with Nunes when I'm saying that. It's her belt. Valentina got to go in there and dismantle. So you missed the point. I'm saying you coming in there to get the belt. You need to go in there and dismantle and take that person's belt. Because if I was in her corner, I would have told her. I would have been like, you might have not got this. Because there's always that extra point that the champions get, that unspoken point that the champions get in case the other person didn't do enough, right? There's always unspoken, unwritten rules in the fight game that James, a book just can't tell you about. So if you're in a corner, the corner is supposed to be teaching you and telling you about them things that you got to dazzle three non-fighting people, three people that don't even have experience in fighting. I know it's not right, man, but that's how it is. That's just how it is. I mean, you got to have everything when you fight. Like you got to have. I know you would try to say something about Floyd, but Floyd had everything covered. I ain't never seen Floyd lose a fight. I don't care what people say about Maidana, Jose Luis Castillo. Floyd ain't never lost a fight. He did everything that was supposed to be done to win a fight. Especially if he was going to be a decision guy. You're going to be a decision guy, even to a lesser extent. Joe Calzaghe, Joe Calzaghe, his reputation, his resume is kind of questionable at best, but even him, he did everything because he wasn't knocking people out. So if you're gonna be if you're gonna go to the judges, you better be doing something to dazzle them. Mojo said I had 3, 4, and 5 for Valentina in that fight. Okay, yeah. 5 was that one that I think the judges weren't impressed with. 3 to me was iffy. 4 was Valentina's best round. Me personally, I gave 4 and 5 to Valentina. She started turning it up a little too late. You guys understand what you're saying, that champion advantage coming into a fight is bogus. Somewhat, it is. Some might say so. Like technically, Valentina did well at what some of the other fighters can't do against Valentina. I give her credit there, like against Nunes. You know what I mean? Like she shut everything down. Like she didn't get kicked in the head like Holly Holm. She didn't get hit by big shots like Miesha Tate or Ronda Rousey. She did something all the other fighters couldn't do, and that was stay out of the fire. At the same time, land on Nunes a few good times, and take away her power. But I need to see her do a little bit more. Well, obviously his Raiders looking crispy. He said Castillo beat Mayweather the first time. Yeah, I thought Mayweather won that fight. Castillo gave him a good fight, but I don't think he did. Brian Williams said Valentina didn't control the fight at all. Amanda controlled the range, but she didn't do anything with it. Either again, to me, it was disappointing of a fight. So the judges did what they do. Yeah, I think when it came down to it, the judges was like, you know what? I'm just speaking in the judge's mindset. The judge was probably like, doggone it, this girl fighting for the belt, and this is what she giving. It's probably like, you know what? I'm giving Amanda this 5th round. It's probably like Valentina, she's a good technical fighter, but it was like she ain't doing nothing to win it. So there's probably like, you know what? Champs keeping their belt. Almost turned into like a jury, you know what I mean? They were just like, forget this. I'm giving it to I'm giving it to Nunes. She don't want it. And I'm not saying that me personally. I'm just saying like that's probably how they were thinking as far as the outcome. Mojo said again, I just don't think it's ever the fight to make because of the size, strength, and weight difference. Yeah, thank you. I agree. That's why I was saying earlier. I don't want to see it. I think they've done it 2 times now. That's it. Lafayette said that was years ago. Nunes might overpower this time. Tell Valentina to move up so we can see it again. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like Nunes might believe in herself a little bit more and say, you know what, she didn't even hurt me the first time. And the thing is, I think Juliana Pena connected on her, connected her and rattled her as much as she could be rattled. But when it came to Valentina, it was like the respect was there. But I was like, sometimes, Valentina ain't gonna hit you square and rock you like that, the way Pena was. Because I'm talking about the way Nunes is squared up too. Like she should be able to take some power off these shots. You said her nose was bleeding in the in the post fight. Hold on, Mark. What'd you say, Mark? Mark said, I know it's not in her character or style, but I would like to see Valentina throw caution to the wind at least once in a fight, like early Vieta, early Lipski, or UK Molly, just for fun. Right. Because how many, you ever think like how many fighters that would throw off too? Like if she just came at him, they'd be like, oh, snap, Valentina coming at me. You know what I mean? Like they're going to be like, oh, they're going to really go on the defense. They'll either do one thing, either like counter or retreat. Because it's like an old war tactic, right? Like to some tactics in war to surprise people and throw them off their game, they rush them. Sometimes it wouldn't work. Sometimes it would, they rush them, and it would throw off the front line. And by then, at least they could take out their front line and get halfway in, or sometimes fail, sometimes succeed. you know. James says he has more power than Bullet, but hitting don't get his Bullet. And when Nunes can't hit her, she gets discouraged. Bullet hits hard enough to keep her honest. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's true. That's all you need is just enough to get somebody's respect. And then the thing about thing about them, you don't see them coming. Like the ones you don't see coming hurt most. Ever crazy? That's it. Yeah. We want to see that button mash strategy. You be like, you just want to hear her like, you just want somebody to take control and be smashing that button. That's what I used to do in the arcade. I just be smashing that button sometime over and over. Like certain strategies, like Mortal Kombat, I would just be sitting there like smashing the button on certain characters. That's what you want to see from Valentine every now and then. So, there's no judges in the end. Brian Williams said, is Mayweather the GOAT or is it Ali? I'm going to go with Ali on that. I'm going to go with Muhammad Ali on that. Again, I'm not doing the GOAT talk with women, but, that's why I see why some people can say Nunes is over Valentina, because why? Her resume is extensive. Even though she's lost, she's taken on some of the toughest fighters and she's bounced right back, right? So same can be said with Ali. Ali's takes some rough losses and boom, he comes right back. Nobody's ever knocking out. The only one that probably take Ali's place on my GOAT list would be Jack Johnson, or that's it. Lennox Lewis comes in like second or no, third. Jack's my number 2. Joe Lewis probably my 3 or 4. It's between him and Lennox Lewis. But going back and looking at what I could find of Jack, seeing a lot of Joe's fights, But Ali because of the resume. But you got to think this is MMA too, James. Like this is, open your mind to it a little bit more. Like some people are going to get choked out. Some people are going to get choked out though, man. Some people are going to get choked out even because there's more weapons there. So it's all in how you come back from getting choked out or TKO or the ground and pound. I mean, in boxing, Ali, in his prime, he never got stopped. Got his jaw broken. He got knocked down. He got outboxed, but he always came back. It was only one big discipline. But in MMA, I can expect somebody you call a GOAT to maybe take a rough L, because it's not boxing, it's wrestling, it's jujitsu, it's samba, all of this stuff. So somebody's gonna get put to sleep every now and then. But like I said, we ain't gonna talk GOAT because WMMA is so young compared to these other sports. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at this. Sink said Cachoeira is the GOAT. That's where I'm leaving it. Excuse me. Yeah, Brian, I was just saying, man. You digging at you, James. Lafayette is regarding Aldana, her boxing skill reminds me of Tito with that hook. If you understand, but she's suspect to a good one too. Oh yeah, Tito had a good left hook. Kind of step in with it, and he had long arms. She got long arms, so yeah. I like how she puts it to the body though. Yeah, we're just gonna say Cachoeira is the GOAT. Like that's where I'm at with it. He said one person got stopped 4 times, the other took damage in one round her entire career. Still, man, she came back and beat some of the best fighters, man. And I remember them 2 W's. Still got 2 W's over Valentina. Mark Robinson said, a fighter needs to insult Hallie. A fighter needs to insult Hallie so Valentina be motivated to Hulk smash. Val won't tolerate that. or maybe Hallie better not pay her the next time for a fight. Don't pay don't pay her for the next movie she's in or something. Or like don't get a check or something. Check don't clear. Brian Williams said Betsy is the boat. No. Valentina's beat some good fighters. But Nunes beat some of the names on her resume. Was I like flyweight, at the time when Nunes beat when the girl she beat at bantamweight, it was a more popping division. But Bullet beat Pena home. Really beat Nunes. Andrade and Santos basically undefeated. Those are good names. Nunes beat home in one round. And on paper, 2 wins over Valentina, Miesha Tate, Ronda Rousey, Cyborg, right? And if you want to throw in Felicia Spencer and 2 former Invicta champions, Felicia Spencer, Megan Anderson, we can. And GDR twice. And the thing is, I can see Nunes. I think there's some names on Shevchenko's resume I don't think she could beat. We ain't gonna go into that pure striking match against Valentina and GDR either. We ain't gonna do that. That's a fight I want to see. Now, pure striking, we're gonna be going at it, so I'm gonna say that for another day. Yeah, Chikagan's a good fighter. Chikagan's one of my favorites on there. I give her credit for all them names. But I'm giving Nunes credit for those names. More credit for those names. But I gotta go. We'll continue this whenever. Because I know it will be. But yeah. I'm gonna go with am I going with Edgar? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Edgar. I'm gonna go with Miranda Granger. I'm gonna go with Juju and Lipski. Wow. Let me see. Do I want to go with Granger in this fight for real? Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. Lafayette said tape. Yes, prime Ronda Rousey. I don't know. I can't stand Rousey. Yeah, she was out like a year, right? I still consider. I mean, because Ronda had time to work. You know, you on the feet now. We just talking pure striking, GDR. Hey, don't underestimate her. Pure striking. She got years on her resume too when it comes down to boxing now. Sink said you still undecided on Lamos and Marina. Man, yeah. I ain't gonna get answered. You ain't gonna get answered at me till maybe September or something, man. I mean, that style might play in favor of Lamos. This is probably what she's been looking for. You know what? It might be, but I'm not saying Lamos yet. Who you got, Sink? If you want to say it now, I mean, I'm undecided still. Brian said she didn't whoop nobody 135. She whooped 3 or 4 fights. She won 3 or 4 wins by decision. Hey, checkmate, right? She did, right? She beat him at chess, and it was good to watch. I mean, it was fun to watch. And we talk like whooping a, Nunez. Nunez, she put a brick through Misha Tate's head, knocked out Holly Holm. That's whooping a. She did whoop Pena though. So he said, I'm leaning towards Lamos. To be honest, I think she'll use grappling. You think so? I think she could actually use punching too. I think she could, I think she could line up some straight. Because sometimes Marina Rodriguez has a tendency to march in with her punches. You ever watch? Like, she marches behind her 1-2 sometimes. She might march right into her right hand. And she got good leg kicks too, Lamos. But it would be smart to grapple, I think. Yeah, if Waters can touch Marina, oh yeah, Lamos might be able to. Efren said I got in late and not sure if you covered it in another video, but do you have an early impression pick on Ebos Cortez? Yeah, I actually got a video I'm gonna put up. I got a video on that coming tomorrow, Efren. I recorded it yesterday. We talked a little bit about it yesterday, but yeah, I'll do it. I did a video on that fight. Yeah, Waters could touch up Maria. She did. But yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I just wanted to kick it a little bit longer with y'all since I came on late. But hit that like on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't. And shout out to everybody in the chat. I like these conversations. I do. I do. But yeah, like I said, James, I'm gonna leave it on that note. I thought Amanda did enough to keep her belt. Wasn't nothing spectacular. But hey, if you want me to do round by round, if you want me to take it there, I'll do it. But that's just I'm just putting out there. All right, Mojo. Have a good weekend. Ephraim. Brian, do the same. Stamina. And you too, James, Sink. All of y'all. And enjoy the fights Saturday too. Mark. Enjoy the fight Saturday. Should be a good card. All right. And like always, Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.